look out. Prepare to post colors. Ready? Pose. Read, come.
Recruits, have right face.
All uniformed personnel, present. On.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, on. Color, left, face. Order.
Recruits, have left face. At ease.
Please remain standing and welcome Chaplain Hedrick for the invocation.
If you desire, would you please bow with me in prayer? My most kind and all-wise Heavenly Father, hallowed be thy name. We're truly grateful for this beautiful day and grateful for this opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of these young men. I pray and invite your blessing upon them as they are about to become our brothers, as you would enable them to be able to fulfill the goal that they're about to take, that you would give them your strength to be able to do the things that are necessary for this job, that you touch their minds to remember the things that they have been taught, that you touch their hearts to be able to serve their fellow man with compassion. And Lord, I just ask this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Hedrick. Please be seated. We are honored to have and would like to welcome Mayor Anna Stout to the stage.
Thank you. I don't have my remarks printed because either they assumed I wasn't going to follow them or they assumed I wasn't going to follow them, but I do have them here on my phone. On behalf of the City of Grand Junction and the Grand Junction City Council, I would like to welcome our newest firefighters, along with their families and friends, to this afternoon's graduation. Please help me also recognize members of City Management who are here this afternoon, and I believe Chief Watkins will name them. I'm honored to join you today, and I recognize your achievements in the Academy. And I thank you for choosing this important work, protecting the lives of property of the Grand Junction residents, businesses, and visitors. And it never fails when I watch this video at the beginning of these graduations that I get very winded and slightly nauseous. It is a level of physicality that I will never aspire to in my life, and I'm incredibly grateful that you do it. The city provides a wide range of essential services to our community, and since 1889, the Grand Junction Fire Department has been protecting people and property in Grand Junction and the surrounding area. Over the last decade, our council has made public safety a top priority for our community. This focus on supporting public safety is a commitment evident in the city's strategic plan, where public safety is one of the key strategic initiatives. In 2019, it was my honor to spend my campaign alongside our first responders, our firefighters, and our police, campaigning for 2B and seeing that pass. Our community voted to prioritize public safety when they passed that first responder tax to fund our public safety services, including the construction, staffing, and equipping of fire stations 6, 7, and 8. I should say 6, 8, and 7 based on the order. In addition to sharing with you how our community values our fire services, I want to tell you how grateful I am that you've answered the call to serve this community. You've put in the work throughout the academy to gain the skills required to do just that. Today you're helping us fulfill our agency's promise and our council's promise to the community that we will continue to provide exceptional emergency services as our community grows and changes. In just a few days, we opened Fire Station 8. The second of the 3 stations made possible by that first responder tax. When I talk about our community growing and changing, Station 8 is a great example of the evolving needs of our community. The area of town where Station 8 will provide services continues to grow and develop, generating more EMS and fire calls in already busy areas currently served by Stations 2 and 4. Having an additional station in the area will support the response of our busy fire crews, and most importantly, enhance the service to that area of the community. Beyond expanding services through building stations, I also want you to know that the city fully supports a long, safe, and fulfilling career for you. Through the annual budgeting process, we continue to support cancer prevention, mental health and wellness, training, and the best technology so you can do your job at the highest level. We want the best for our city, and that starts by giving the best to you. I know that completing the Fire Academy is not an easy undertaking, as we saw. I also believe that you didn't sign up to become a firefighter because it's an easy job. I did a ride-along, my most recent ride-along was on New Year's Eve, and while I brought the third rider curse, and we had pretty much nothing to do, I take it as just the respite that my presence gives as a third rider. I know how busy it is. You are the kind of people who rise to a challenge, you solve problems, and you give your best every day to our community members. All of you, your families and friends, should be very proud of everything you've accomplished to be here today and of your selfless dedication to the service of others. I also want to just go off script because that's what I do. I'm watching Sarah in the back just waiting for what I'm going to say. I, many years ago, was grilling in my backyard and my grill went up in flames. And I had no idea what to do, but I was scared. And I called, I wasn't sure even what to do. I called 911 and I said, my grill is on fire. And they said, back away, and the professionals will be there soon. But what I remember about that day is that I did not feel judged, and I felt so safe and in such good hands. And my question was, how do I pay for this? Am I going to get a bill? And I think it's amazing that we have EMS and fire services that respond with compassion and that are a benefit to our city for simply being part of this city. So thank you for joining this team of compassionate and courageous firefighters and paramedics that serve our community. I want to thank you again and be the first to welcome you to our city team as we work together to build a vibrant and safe community. My sincere congratulations to each one of you. Thank you to each of your family members and friends who have supported you through an arduous process and who know that you're signing up for a challenging career supporting your firefighters. I wish you a long and rewarding career with the Grand Junction Fire Department and the City of Grand Junction. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Stout. We'd like to thank you and the City Council for your support of our graduating recruits. I'd like to thank our lead instructors, Captains Sean Hazlehurst and Jamie Kavanaugh, firefighter paramedic Mike Seek, firefighter Rick Swales, and our EMS instructor and SAM officer Zach Lida, all of the other adjunct instructors who made this academy possible. Please welcome Academy Instructor Rick Swales for his instructor address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rick Swales. I'm one of the many instructors tasked with production of the 2022 Recruit Academy for the City of Grand Junction Fire Department. And I want to welcome you to this graduation ceremony for our new recruits. First, let me thank the City of Grand Junction City Council, the City Administration, the Fire Administration, and finally the Mayor for their unwavering support for the City of Grand Junction Fire Department. Chief Lim. Chief, you were always present on the Hill, but during Recruit Academy, your efforts were seen every day. Your vision for the Recruit Academy held the standard and allowed the instructor cadre to present, evaluate, so that the standard was exceeded. You led with great humility and decisiveness, and we as instructors appreciate you for that. Chief Lim, on behalf of the instructor cadre, thank you. Next, I'd like the other lead instructors please stand. Gentlemen, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve beside you as a guide and light for our recruits. Your actions and dedication are truly an inspiration, and I'm a better person for having served by your sides. Captain Cavanaugh, your consistent leadership and foresight kept us on track, while you also allowed us to shape and deliver our instruction to better prepare the recruits for life on the job. You always ask for our opinions and advice. And you treated us with tremendous respect. Your goals always put us first, and you did this while learning your new role as a fire captain in training. Captain Cavanaugh, thank you for your guidance and your support in our lives and on the job. Firefighter Z, you too embrace your role as a driving force in our instructor cadre. You delivered the most efficient daily schedules. You optimized the physical training to maximize the benefits for the recruits' physical health and wellness during recruit school. In addition, your knowledge and skill application was always on point, and without question showed an excellent example for the recruits to see. Firefighter Z, thank you for your selfless dedication and instruction during the Recruit Academy. And then finally, Captain Hazelhurst. Captain Hazelhurst, you've absolutely been the glue that's bonded us together. You managed the paperwork. You ran oversight on instruction, and you were the liaison between the academy and the vision of Chief Lim, and you eased Captain Cavanaugh into a relentless gauntlet of supervising instructors and recruits here in the Fire Academy. Captain Hazelhurst, thank you for your dedication to this fire department, and thank you for your support of the recruit school. Now, sadly, Captain Hazelhurst and Firefighter Z will be stepping down as lead instructors. You both will be missed. You may sit down. Now, in addition to the lead instructors, there are many block instructors and support personnel who took time to implement training, evaluations, and scenarios for the recruits. While there are too many to mention by name, we want to thank you for assisting us in the Recruit Academy. Now I want to speak to the recruits. Gentlemen, congratulations for your completion of recruit school. You all performed well, and you met every challenge laid out before you. But I want you to think about this day for a moment. What does this day truly mean to you? Well, I can tell you, it certainly doesn't mean that your training is over. We've merely given you a snapshot of the skills and knowledge needed to be successful while serving as a new firefighter. Our goal is to prepare your mind and body for the many challenges you will face in your careers, so that you will respond in a positive manner and ensure that your crew and yourself succeed. There is a saying that reads, "Weak men make tough times. Tough times make strong men, and strong men make easy times. Easy times make weak men." And though this statement is a theory of political evolution, it is truly an accurate description of the professional evolution in the fire service. Weak firefighters are those who perceive that they are prepared mentally and physically without challenging themselves. Those firefighters will bring on the hard times. But those who challenge themselves to be prepared mentally and physically through training will bring the easy times. In addition, a great philosopher and war strategist named Heraclitus said, out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't be there. 80 are just targets, and 9 are the real fighters, and we're lucky to have them, for they make the battle. But the one is a warrior, and he will bring the others back. Think about that for a minute. The 1% exceeds the standard. That 1% constantly challenges themselves That 1% learns from their mistakes and prepares so that they do not make the same mistake twice. Chief Lynn.
Recruits, stand and present your nuts and bolts.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the recruit's final skills evaluation, it called for each member to search each floor of the training tower, looking for a series of nuts, washers, and a bolt. Each were strategically placed to test their efficiency and effectiveness as a searching firefighter while operating at zero visibility. They used the skills learned throughout recruit school to search, find, and secure each component that presented the assembly for evaluation. Now, though the nuts and bolts appear as a random assembly of hardware, I assure you they are more than that. Each piece symbolizes the intangible things that the recruits have learned and applied during recruit school. The meaning of each is now deeply embedded in their methods and thought processes. Let me explain. The first is the bolt. It represents the individual firefighter. The second is the large nut that represents the big four. Do your job, treat your people right, give all out effort, and have all-in attitude. The third is a fender washer. It represents our professionalism. The fourth is a small nut that represents our integrity. The fifth is a small flat washer, and it represents our empathy. And finally, the nut. It represents the crew. Now these core values, the nuts and washers that are on the bolt, are secured between the firefighter and his crew. And those core values are their burden to bear. Recruits, as we part ways as instructor and student, it will not be in sadness. We will meet again on the job as peers working towards a common goal. On behalf of myself and the other lead instructors, thank you for your effort, and remember that it's your choice to be the strong firefighter and create the easy times. Thank you. You may be seated. We'll turn it over to Chief Locke.
Please welcome Recruit Marlowe for his recruit address.
Sorry, lots of papers. Thank you, Instructor Swales. Hello, everybody. My name is Hayden Marlowe, and I have the honor of representing the Grand Junction Fire Department 2023 Recruit Academy, Winter Edition. Today, we celebrate the recruits crossing the finish line of their academy experience, as well as we celebrate the beginning of a new journey as we stand abreast with our brothers and sisters, serving our community, families, and friends in the Grand Junction Fire Department. Completing this academy is not only a testament to the hard work and drive these recruits have displayed, but it speaks volumes about the people that have supported us all this way. At this time, I'd like to thank our friends and family and loved ones who have helped us push through and grind, put up with our groaning, our tiredness, day in and day out. You gave us the support we needed to keep going, even when we were running on fumes. So let's give a round of applause to everybody that's made this academy possible. Today, this class prides itself as the self-proclaimed frozen few, only after enduring the rigors of the academy through the winter months. But if you were to ask us what we called ourselves amongst the snow and the cold, we would just call us cold. Even though in the moment the cold was a challenge, I believe that throwing ladders after fresh snowfall, flowing water, and loading engines in freezing temps made us a stronger team. Seeing how each team member was willing to endure the elements encouraged you to do the same. And in the words of our instructors, we got comfortable being uncomfortable, Instructor Swales. It was through the shared challenge that we became stronger as brothers and as an academy. that going through a challenging circumstance together brings out a mutual respect for the individual beside you. For those wondering what Fire Academy was like, let me give you a few numbers that have been accounted for over the past 4 months. Cumulatively, in each, we've performed 3,500 push-ups, 3,200 burpees, over 400 bunker drills, and have loaded and deployed more than 15,200 feet of hose off at PEREZ. So, just a few numbers, but it was quite an experience doing all of that. But this academy is much more than just physical training and conditioning. Having been comprised of impactful and amazing experiences, including engine block, truck block, flashover chamber, live fire, runs with instructor Massey, as well as getting to learn how to use an arsenal of power tools. Arguably though, our most challenging and rewarding block was Firefighter Survival Week, that challenged us to become stronger physically and mentally, well past our limits of what we believed was possible. Between the burpees, the obstacle course, the push-ups, you were challenged to the point that made you question whether you had enough in the tank to finish that next rep. This is by design, to ingrain in you that there's always enough energy for one more rep, one more mile, one more day, and when it comes to going online, always one more patient. When we were struggling to complete our reps or feeling weak, we were given a band that bore the name of Chief Mo Baxter on it. This caused you to think about how only the limitations you have are only represented in your mind. And that even if you were still tired, you still bore the responsibility and capability of impacting others and being a leader. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have Captain Hazelhurst, Captain Kavanaugh, Paramedic Zeke, Firefighter Swells to thank for their commitment to passing on their knowledge and experiences and skills to this new recruit class, for leading this academy. Thank you all for your hard work and laying the foundation of this class. As recruits, when we go online, it will not stay, the lessons learned will not stay here. We will expand upon this when we go. We grow as firefighters and professionals. And lastly, we got to thank our specialist instructors that we had come in for the different blocks that we had that comprised the academy. Now to the recruits. Our academy experience may be over, but it doesn't mean we can't live out the spirit of academy each day. We come to work by challenging ourselves with each shift, each call, and each rep to become a little better than we were the day before. This can be achieved by carrying on and embodying the Big Four. The Big Four are a set of calls to action that is the heartbeat of this fire academy, and we will bring this to every shift that we're on. These calls include, number 1, do your job. Number 2, treat people right. Number 3, have an all-in attitude. And number 4, give all-out effort. Let us carry the Big Four with us forever and always. Thank you all who are in attendance today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Recruit Marlowe. Please welcome the Chief of the Grand Junction Fire Department, Chief Watkins.
Thank you, Hayden, for those words. I noticed when I was looking over your shoulder that you were reading from like 8 font. And, Firefighter Wales was like a 40 font, 52. No, thanks for your words to you, and also to Rick, thank you for your comments, and certainly to Mayor Stout for your comments. I'm the last speaker, and I realized, looking at the front row, there's a couple of kids in the front row that are sitting very patiently and very good, and I promised them cookies. So I'm standing in between them and the cookies, so I will try to speed my words up for them. But I too want to thank everyone for being here and welcome everyone here, all the family and friends that are here. Members of fire department staff, we have a great turnout. Thank you for being here, both on and off duty. We have a number of our city leadership team here. John Shaver, our city attorney, is here. Thank you, John. I know I saw city clerk Amy Phillips and Sarah Spalding, our director of communication and engagement. Wow, that's a mouthful, Sarah. And I think that's everybody, unless I'm missing anybody. Okay. And certainly, I want to thank the recruits for being here. Soon to be Grand Junction firefighters in a few minutes. Some other thank yous, the graduation team, folks that put this on, my staff, Miranda Jones certainly is a big handle in that, Ben is our training division chief, Allison Dirk, I know I'm going to miss somebody, so I know I shouldn't be reading off names, but thank you for everybody that helped put this on. Certainly the Honor Guard and our Piper. Let's do a round of applause for the Honor Guard and the Piper. I won't go over the Training Academy cadre, we've heard that, but thank you to the instructors, all of our subject matter experts that have provided training, we've heard about them. And I certainly couldn't do this talk without thanking, as we've heard already, our city management team. Our city manager, Greg Caton, is not able to be here, but certainly he has been a great support for our department, our city council, and especially Mayor Stout. So thank you. Round of applause for them. As has been my tradition with the Academy address, is to speak directly to the families first, and then to the recruits. So if you could allow me a few minutes to speak to all of you. You know, the fire service is a family, and you are now part of the GJFD family. Your loved one now has two families, and the most important, the one at home, with you, and the others at the firehouse. They will spend a third of their life with their firehouse family. They will grow close through the time at the station and by relying on each other to be safe and carry out the mission. You already know your firefighter will have rewarding work, but they will also have difficult calls and sometimes tedious days. They will work overtime, miss holidays, birthdays, special family times in order to do this special calling to serve our community. As families, I know you have already made many sacrifices for your firefighter during the academy, and I know these sacrifices will continue throughout their careers. We are blessed to have a strong family support network in the spouses of our employees. And I would urge all of you new family members to reach out to our support network, which is called the Families Behind the Flames. I know there's representatives here, and so please don't forget to check in with them and get involved in that organization. I want to thank you especially as family members for your support of your loved one. They will need this support throughout their careers in order to be successful. And directly to the recruits, I'm so grateful for you today and honored that soon you'll be joining our crews and getting to work in our community. One of the things that I'm really proud of is that I get the chance to teach one of the classes in the academy where we talk about mission, expectations, values, all those things, and then we follow that up with a lunch with the recruits that the chiefs attend. It's a good opportunity to spend some time with the recruits before we turn them out on graduation day. That happened yesterday, and it was a great time to spend with the recruits and just to learn a little bit more about them. For the rest of the time in the academy, you've spent the last 4 months training, learning, and practicing the knowledge and skills needed to be a firefighter. You've prepared well in forming a foundation of skills that you'll need. You've worked hard, trained, studied hard to be here today. But you know it doesn't end here. There's two phrases that you will hear about this job. Every day is different, and you can't make this stuff up. You're about to take that foundation and use it to problem solve, conquer challenges, and approach each unique call with consideration and critical thought. You'll spend the rest of your career building skills to expect the unexpected. We have also taught you skills to be safe on the emergency scene, but ultimately your safety and your well-being is yours, and taking care of yourself physically and mentally is critical for your future. In this profession, your future in this profession, you are our most important asset, so please treat yourselves well with respect and care. This month is Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month, and compared to the general population, firefighters have a higher chance of receiving a cancer diagnosis. The The department continually works to eliminate threats of cancer through station and apparatus design, training, and the issuance of the best protective equipment available. You have a role also by being aggressive in protecting yourselves throughout your career. You owe to yourself, your family, and your coworkers. I also want to briefly reflect on our mission. A year ago around this time, our nation experienced two heartbreaking fires. On January 7th in Philadelphia, a 5-year-old boy playing with a lighter caught a Christmas tree on fire. Fire spread throughout the apartment building, killing 12 people. A couple of days later, on January 9th, a manufacturing space heater sparked a fire in a Bronx apartment building, killing 19 people. It's the city's deadliest blaze in 30 years. Thankfully, these types of incidents don't happen every day, and I don't bring this up to dampen this celebration or to scare anyone. I bring it up to remind you that the work we do saves lives. I'm calling on you to go forth from here and keep learning. Keep your eyes open, and when you see unsafe situations or calls of any kind, even if it is not related to what you were called for, speak up. When you have questions, don't be afraid to ask them. We're here to save and improve lives. Use your curiosity and your voice to grow as a person and to protect our community as if they were your own family. Now shortly, a person of your choosing will join you on the stage and pin on your badge. You will recite the oath and you will become a Grand Junction firefighter. This act will grant you an incredible amount of trust from the community. Do not take this trust for granted, or the opportunity to exercise that trust by making a difference in the lives of others as you perform our mission and carry out your duty. Doing so honors those that have gone before you, some even having given the ultimate sacrifice. For that is truly what it means to be a firefighter, and especially a Grand Junction firefighter. So job well done in the academy, congratulations on your graduation, and I wish you a long and healthy career with the Grand Junction Fire Department. Thank you.
We will now start the badge pinning. If you have been selected to pin the badge on a recruit, please meet Chief Hendricks just next here to the stage. Our first recruit we will pin is Sean Berkson. Sean Berkson is going to be assigned to Green Crew, Station 2, and he will be pinned by his wife, Callie Berkson. Sean has been an EMT with the Grand Junction Fire Department since 2014, and he's excited now to serve our community as a firefighter EMT. He and his wife have 3 young daughters, 3-year-old twins and a 5-year-old. When he's not at work, you can usually catch him and his family outside, either hiking and camping during the summer or skiing in the winter. He's honored to further his career with this department. Our next recruit is David BYERS. David will be pinned by his wife, Carly BYERS. He will be assigned to Green Crew, Station 1. David is originally from Montana, but lived in Denver for a while and moved to Fruita from Salt Lake City this summer. Montana will always be his home, but he has loved experiencing all the Rocky Mountains have to offer. He has a beautiful wife, Carly, and an amazing son, Graham, who just turned 2 in December. When he's not working, he spends as much time as possible with his family, as well as doing all the typical dude in his 30s activities. Our next recruit is Josh Castaneda. He will be pinned by his fiancée, Lucy Rom. Josh will be assigned to Black Crew, Station 1. Josh grew up here in Grand Junction. He has a wonderful fiancée named Lucy, and they have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter named Indy. They are expecting another baby girl in February. His experience entails being a volunteer at Palisade Fire Department and single-role EMT at the Grand Junction Fire Department. He is very grateful for the opportunity to come back online as a firefighter EMT. In his spare time, he enjoys hanging out with his family, friends, running his business, a skateboard shop located downtown Grand Junction. He's excited to learn and grow with such a great team of people. Our next recruit is Adam Egger. He will be pinned by his girlfriend, Brooke Bybee. Adam is going to be assigned to Green Crew, Station 3. Adam grew up in Colorado Springs with his parents and older brother. After graduating from Colorado State in Fort Collins, he spent some time in Steamboat Springs as a youth minister and also did some volunteer work with Gypsum Fire. He spends his free time hunting, fishing, and most everything else that gets him outdoors. He's incredibly grateful to begin his career at Grand Junction firefighter, and he looks forward to continuing to learning and doing what he can to serve our community. Our next recruit is Matthew Fraser. He will be pinned by his father, Michael Fraser. Matthew will be assigned to Green Crew, Station 6. Matthew moved to the Valley 5 years ago for Colorado Mesa University, where he got his paramedic. He worked with a volunteer agency for 6 months prior to getting hired by Grand Junction Fire Department. Outside work, he enjoys scuba diving and spearfishing, where he competes at the national level when he can. He's really excited for the opportunity in his future career. Next up is Benjamin Jensen. He will be pinned by his mother, Rachel Jensen. Ben will be assigned to Black Crew, Station 2. Ben moved here from the Front Range to start his career in the fire service. He doesn't have any previous fire or EMS experience, so he's excited for this incredible opportunity to work in the field. He loves playing sports and going on adventures in the outdoors, and is super excited to be living on the Western Slope, where there's plenty of hiking, camping, climbing to keep him busy when he's not living the dream at work. Next is Hayden Marlowe. He will be pinned by his brother, Gavin Marlowe. Hayden will be assigned to Red Crew, Station 3. Hayden comes from Michigan, but has lived in the Grand Valley for the past 2 years. He has worked as a clinical athletic trainer, ski patroller, EMT, and search and rescue team member. He is a Grand Valley State graduate with a background in athletic training and sports medicine. He looks forward to serving the people of this great community and becoming even more involved. Off shift, he can be found mountain biking, rock climbing, backpacking, summiting 14ers, and sharing his love of the outdoors with his friends. Next is Hunter McSchooler, and he will be pinned by his father, Tillman McSchooler. Hunter is assigned to Black Crew, Station 3. Hunter was born and raised here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Before becoming part of the Grand Junction Fire Department, he was working construction and other miscellaneous jobs as well. In his free time, he enjoys hunting, camping, riding dirt bikes, and spending time with his friends and family. The department and town are growing quickly, and he is very excited for his future here. He looks forward to continuing his knowledge and bettering himself and the people around him. Next is Dale Napolitano, and he will be pinned by his wife, Kim Napolitano. Dale will be assigned to Black Crew, Station 6. Dale is originally from Thornton, Colorado, got his degree from the University of Colorado in Boulder. He moved to Grand Junction for the opportunity to join our fire department. He has no background in fire and EMS, but is excited to begin his journey with us. He spent the better part of 15 years working in the financial world in both the public and private sectors, and nearly a decade in the world of commercial catastrophic insurance. In 2021, he joined the United States Navy Reserves and continues to serve as a weekend warrior with his based unit. Thank you. Next up is Tanner Patrick. He will be pinned by his sister, Alyssa Patrick. Tanner will be assigned to Green Crew, Station 4. Tanner was born and raised in Arvada, Colorado, before moving here for the academy. He worked a few years as a volunteer, then as a career firefighter with Clear Creek Fire Authority. He is currently working on finishing his associate's degree in fire science with hopes of getting a bachelor's in emergency management. He enjoys all the outdoor activities Colorado has to offer and is looking forward to getting to know the area and the opportunity we have to offer. Next is Jacob Perez, and he will be pinned by his wife, Jessica Perez. Jacob will be assigned to Red Crew, Station 4. Jacob is 26 years old and was born and raised in Denver, Colorado. He has a beautiful wife named Jessica, and they moved to Grand Junction in September for the academy. Prior to joining the department, he worked with the city of Denver as a Denver Public Safety Cadet, where he was able to get some experience working with the Denver Police, Fire, and Sheriff's Departments while going to college full-time. Thank you, Jacob. Next is Stormy Ramsay. He will be pinned by his fiancée, Stella Roberts. Stormy will be assigned to Black Crew, Station 1. Stormy was raised in Newcastle, Colorado, and has lived in Grand Junction for over 12 years. He is a CMU graduate, licensed drone pilot, and has worked at Grand Valley Fire Protection District for roughly 2 years prior to the academy. In his free time, he likes to snowboard, hunt, hike with his dogs, and many other outdoor activities. He is looking forward to a fulfilling career serving our community. Next up, we have Matthew White. He will be pinned by his wife, Jacqueline, and his daughter, Ezria. Matthew will be assigned to Red Crew, Station 6. Matthew was born in Texas and grew up in Alaska. His beautiful wife, Jacqueline, and he have been married for 5 years and just welcomed their precious daughter, Ezria, this last November. He has previous experience working as a reserve with Lower Valley Fire District and working for both Community Hospital and St. Mary's. He spent some time at CMU, but ultimately joined the workforce and found his passion for EMS and fire. His hobbies are woodwork, burning art, disc golf, and making memories with his family. To officially promote these recruits, we will now swear them in.
Recruits, attention! Left face. Raise your right hand.
I do hereby declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Colorado,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Colorado,
the Charter and ordinances of the city of Grand Junction,
the Charter and ordinances of the city of Grand Junction,
and the policies and procedures of the Grand Junction Fire Department.
and the policies and procedures of the Grand Junction Fire Department.
As a member of the Grand Junction Fire Department,
As a member of the Grand Junction Fire Department,
my fundamental duty is to serve the people I swear to protect,
my fundamental duty is to serve the people I swear to protect,
to safeguard and preserve life,
to safeguard and preserve life,
health, and property
health, and property
against fire and other perils,
against fire and other perils,
and to maintain proficiency in my chosen profession.
and to maintain proficiency in my chosen profession.
I recognize the firefighter badge
I recognize the firefighter badge
as a symbol of public faith and trust.
as a symbol of public faith and trust.
I will be true to the ethics of the fire service,
I will be true to the ethics of the fire service,
and I make these promises
and I make these promises
solemnly,
solemnly,
freely,
freely,
and upon my honor.
and upon my honor.
Congratulations, gentlemen, Grand Junction Firefighters.
Firefighters, right face. At ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome Chaplain Bain to the podium for the benediction.
Good afternoon. It is with great pleasure that we are gathered today to honor these men for their hard work and perseverance. We want to encourage them to continue to be hardworking 10 members, looking forward to lending a hand to those in need. John 15:13 says, "Greater love no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." Being a 10 member, you will do this many ways, both on calls for the public or the firehouse serving one another. In closing, I would like to offer a prayer, if you would bow your heads. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Amen. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2023. I'd like to thank all the families in attendance. Please join us in the back of the room for refreshments after the recruits exit the stage.